Hi guys! So I wanted to show you a quick way to do your illustrations in Illustrator. I'm not sure if you worked with these last semester, but it's a little sneak tip on how to quickly get your sketch illustrated, right? So here I have my scan of my hand sketch, right? I'm going to bring it into Illustrator. If you need to resize it to fit to your page, do so. Now my sketch is on 8.5 by 11 paper, so my working board is 8.5 by 11, so mine really fits. Alright, so I'll just leave that there. What we're going to do is do an image trace. I just want to show you something first, right? Okay. So I was kind of playing around with it and did these a few different ways. Do you see the difference? When you do the image trace, I want to make sure that you're doing not just the fills, but the strokes. Because when we do strokes, I could click in on that. I could change the profile, right? I could change the weight. Maybe I want to make it smaller on the inside and have my outline colors thicker. That's usually the way that I work. But if you don't click on that stroke box, this is what happens. It becomes a complete image, right? So if we wanted to select it, I can't go in and change anything on that. It's one complete image, and that's not what we want. So let me show you how to do that. So I pulled in my sketch, right? I'm going to select it. You guys could go to Windows, Image Trace, right? Mine's already on my board. So here's what happens. Then you could play around with the presets. If we go into Sketched Artwork, I clicked down here Preview so I could see what happens every time I click on something. We could go into silhouettes. That's pretty good. I like that. Tracing results. Trace with outlines. Just outlines. See, we don't want that. We want to do tracing result, right? See down here, this is important. Let's make sure that we do the stroke. Do the fill too. There we go. Okay? And then I always do snap to curves. So it gives us nice smooth lines. So here, see what happens when I touch the threshold? See, the less I do, the less image I get. The more I do, maybe I get too much image. So I'm going to go and play around with that until I like it. I'm going to click that way. That's perfect. A little too much. Okay. Then I could play with the paths. So it's going to lessen the amount of points I have. But I kind of went like the way that looks. You could work with your corners. Noise. Yeah, I'm going to keep that up. Alright, now, do you see what happens when I go to click on it? It's still a flat image. So the next step you need to do is to go into Object and Expand. So see now? I could go in. I don't want these marks here. I shouldn't have had them on my illustration maybe, but I'm going to go through and get rid of those. Alright. And I probably will have to resketch a few things. Right? I could go back in and change her head, but for now I'm going to leave it because we're going to work on faces next week. right? I could go in and change this line. I think it's a little thick. I'll make it thinner. I'll change the path. Then I can go in here. What we want to do is make sure that we have connected lines. So when we go to trace in, see how I connected that? I'll be able to fill that leg in. Then maybe I want to go down here and fill in that. But you know what? I'm going to leave it. I kind of like the way that that looks. I can always do a paintbrush instead. I think that may look better with my loose kind of sketches anyway. So I wanted to show you this quick little tip. I hope it helps. If you have any questions, please reach out.